Shalom Yasharallah, this is Yeshaya, back at you with a quick car chronicle. I want to get real quick a couple scriptures. First is Leviticus 19:15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Reason why I bring that up is because I was watching an interview with this brother named Rayabia, where he's interviewing a sister that was in ISUPK. And I'm not going to speak to whether or not I believe her. I'm not saying I don't. But I'm not going to speak on it because this video is not about that. This video is about, I'm going to use that as a example. I'm not saying that it surprises me. I've been hearing stuff like that on social media about ISUPK for years. But I'll tell you this, they're not the only ones. And that's part of what the importance of this video. All right. Now, before I drive off for work, I want to read another scripture. All right. Because you're not supposed to put your hands on your woman, or really any woman, but unless self-defense, I'm always, and some of these women fight like men. Unless you're dealing with that situation, you don't have no business P. Diddying a Cassie. You know what I mean? Like that's excessive. There's no justification for that. So I'm going to read Ephesians 5:28. It says, so ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. Think about it. You and this woman became one flesh. So to love your wife is to love you, because y'all are one flesh. What, do you only love half of yourself? She's yours. You know what I mean? Verse 29, for no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. All right, so I know I gave y'all a lot there to ponder. I'm going to put the hat back on because I'm done reading the scriptures, and the shades because it's about to be bright. But now, as I drive, I'm going to discuss that. The reason why I'm bringing it up, this video is really particularly for you Israelite leaders, bishops, rooks, elders, whatever. If you have a title or role of leadership in your congregation, you have to take it very seriously when a woman comes up to you and says her man is hitting on her. You have to take it very seriously if a woman comes up and says, he's touching my children. Why do you have to take this seriously? I shouldn't have to explain it, but I will. In the video, she says that some stuff, to one extreme or the other, some stuff does get brought up to General Yohana, and either they get a minor fine or a slap on the wrist. Now, again, this is a person's testimony. This is not me saying I believe her or condemning Yohana. I don't know what, I'm not going to get involved in that argument. All I'm going to say is, and I'm not saying believe a woman who comes up automatically and says, yeah, this man's hitting on me. But don't be no respect of persons. Just like the scripture in Leviticus said, don't just because you like the nigga, just if he's your drinking partner, he's your club buddy, it don't matter. When you judge matters and you're an elder or leader of a church, you have to be fair and impartial. And women, I told this dumbass, man. Wow, you want to get into an accident. Oh my gosh. I literally was fearful for this woman, and she would have probably been hit into me. But anyway, but yeah, when an allegation is brought to your leadership, to any Israelite school's leadership of a man abusing women, touching children, any of that. Take it serious. Judge the matter. Don't run away from it. You know, and the penalties only for the guilty. And when I say the guilty, it also includes the women that lie. Because you have women that lie on men too. Let's not get that twisted. You got vindictive fucking women that will lie and say, oh yeah, he touches me. You know, and it's happened before. It's happened in the nation. You had a woman that brought out something, and it was about a nigga in ISUPK. And a few days later, she's on Facebook saying she lied about it. Now, also, she could have been coerced to the lie. That's why you have to be very diligent. If you're an Israelite leader, now, of course, men of valor, we don't have women, other brothers' women around us like that. You know, a brother might have a cookout at his house and his woman might be there, you know, but we really don't hang around each other's women like that. But if for whatever reason, a woman comes up to you and says, ooh, dangerous day in New Jersey. If a woman comes up to you and says, yo, this brother has been beating on me, you know, my husband has been beating on me, man, you better take that seriously. I'm not saying automatically take her side, and because again, you have to do the diligence, because some of these women lie, but these men lie too. You know, you have to take domestic violence seriously. We cannot call ourselves the men of the Lord and we turn a blind eye to domestic violence. That's a woman who's getting her ass beat. It's hell. You got to think about that. It's hell for that woman. You got to think about how how helpless she is in that moment. Most of these women can't fight. Let's keep it real. They could fight other women maybe. And you also have to look at the other side of it. Some of these women will fuck a nigga up. I know a few. Fortunately, when I get into an argument or whatever, or if I get into a confrontation with a female, those are the girls that I could call on and say, yo, I can't, you know, I don't hit women, so, you know, and these women can actually beat niggas up. You know, I'm fortunate though. But do not put your hands on a woman as a man unless it's self-defense. You know, if the woman grabs a bat or something, but then you also have to ask, why did she have to grab a bat? And yeah, I know that there's a flip side. I'm not trying to be Captain Save a Ho. I'm not saying that. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about domestic violence on a poor, helpless woman. Because it does happen out there. And let me tell y'all something. Some of these women, they test you. They run their fucking mouth and be putting their fingers all in your face and shit. Walk away. Smack the finger out of your face, by the way. But walk away. Don't smack her face. You know, but make sure, you know, you command respect, you know, but at the same time, you're not going to be beating on a helpless woman. You know, where you can, restrain the woman, don't hit her. I'm telling y'all this because these are the last days. They're going to try to pin everything bad on Israelites. And to be honest with you, we're not supposed to be beating on women. You know, but again, it is case by case. There are very abusive women. There are women that could fight. You know, but like I said, if you have a soft, sensitive woman and she's just a little out of pocket, don't hit her. Don't hit her. You know, one thing I notice about these women nowadays, they talk mega shit. They'll talk like they don't give a fuck, then go home and cry about whatever you told them that was not even as bad as what they said to you. They'll tell you some real fucked up shit, but then when you say something milder, they'll go home and cry about it, but in front of you, they'll be like, oh, fuck you too, then nigga, you know. But never hit a woman, unless, like I said, I really want to leave it open for self-defense because, again, I know females that'll beat a nigga ass. I know a woman who beat her husband ass on their wedding day. Literally, I know her. You know what I mean? So yeah, some of these women's hand skills is nothing to ignore. But unless you're dealing with that type of situation, these women are not to be hit. You know, they're gonna side. The cops come, they're gonna side with them anyway. Even the ones that could fight. You're putting yourself in a very bad situation. Then you go to jail. And if niggas know you went there for domestic violence, that's not quite pedophilia, but it'll still get your ass handed to you. You got a lot of niggas in the can that love their mother, and saw their father beat on their mother. So trust and believe, you will have some problems there. You know, but yeah, that's the main gist of it. You know, in the video, you know, the sister talking about, now I didn't see the whole video. It's 4 hours, bro. You know, but it was like, you know, I watched about 45 minutes of it, and the sister's talking about not only her, but it's like they're abusing women. Now again, this is not about them. But if anything of what she's saying is true, and I'll put it this way, even if it's not true in this case, worst case scenario, let's not deny that it can happen and does happen. You know, and some of the little clown, little soft camps like IUIC, I would not be surprised if it happened there. The IUICs of the world, the ICGJCs, I would not deny that there's a possibility that they have domestic violence. Do not hit on your woman. I just read the scripture. If you wouldn't want it done to you, brother, don't do it to your wife. You wouldn't want to get punched in your damn face? Then don't punch your wife in the face. And that's crazy. A grown-ass man punching, closed fist punching, like fucking Diddy in that video, man. That's crazy. That's excessive. That woman's skinny as hell. You know, I don't know if she's from the hood or not, but she not fighting back. If you see a woman, if you even start to abuse a woman and you see that she's not fighting back, don't you think you should like back off? And I'm talking about if you are an abuser. Like, yo, that doesn't make you want to back off automatically? Because if I swing on a nigga and he don't hit me back, I'm not going to keep hitting him. You know, a fight, a fist, a punch is basically engaging in hand-to-hand combat. If the person's not engaging back, don't keep hitting them. You know, we're not here for that, man. And one day, Lord forbid, one of you niggas might go overboard and actually kill your woman. And you will be crying. You will be like, damn, not only will you do life in prison or whatever, you'll bring shame to the ministry. And then on top of that, you're going to probably miss that woman. Because a lot of these women that get beat up, oddly enough, they are so fucking loyal. They are so fucking, a lot of them don't even be wanting to go to the leaders of the congregations and say, I'm getting beat up. You know? And this is not something hating brother. I'm a man myself. This is not me saying, you know, the evil that men do. This is me saying, if a woman comes to you and you're an Israelite, you're in a position of power or authority in Israel, even if you're not. But of course, it's better if a woman's being abused, to go to the leadership of a church. Take her serious, man. That's all I'm saying. The title of this video is going to probably be Take Her Serious. Take her serious and investigate. That's very important. Ask family members. You know, talk to the brother. Say, look, brother, this is what's being said. You know, keep it real with me. Is there something to it? You know, first offense, still give him a penalty, you know, but with a strong warning, let him know it don't have to be the worst penalty in the world. You have Chris Brown and Rihanna. That's not even you know, she admitted that she was abusing him. You know, there's an account that says that she was hitting him while he was driving. Bitch, you trying to kill us both? Yeah, hook off on her ass. Just cause of the fact that she's trying to hit you while you're driving. Cause it might save both of y'all lives. You know? But also, to you brothers out there, if you have a woman and she drives you to violence, then what I also say to you, brothers, is break up. Walk away. I know that we practice if you lay, you stay. But you would rather, you know, you also have scriptures that talk about you have to divorce in certain situations. I mean, of course, it's really centered around adultery. You know, but you try everything you can to make it work. And if you really, if the woman drives you that crazy, she knows how to push your buttons, break up, bro. Break up. There's no reason for you to stay in a relationship where either you are being abused or she drives you to the point where you feel no other choice but to abuse her. You know, and of course we already know pedos are going to the lake of fire. You know, sexual wickedness is off, wicked, you know, but also domestic abuse is wrong. It's not a law, meaning it's not in the Torah, but it is in the scriptures that tell you not to do it. And it's logical, you know, because what happened was it didn't have to be in the law because we already knew these principles. You know, a lot of stuff that is in the Bible that's not in the Torah, it doesn't mean that it's not as important as the law. What it means is that we lost our way between Egyptian captivity and Roman captivity so bad. We lost our way so bad that they actually had to write scriptures saying, don't be effeminate. You know, don't be, don't, you know, love your wife as you love your own body. You know, scriptures had to be written because we stopped following altogether the ways of our ancestors. You know, but again, and this video is not going to be entitled "Believe Her." This video is going to be entitled "Take Her Serious." You know, because I want y'all to understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying that anytime you hear that a man hits a woman, automatically take sides with the woman and punish the man. What I'm saying is do your diligence. Look at track records. Look at, you know, talk brothers that know the brother. Has he been in relationships before where he was abusive? You know, has she been boisterous? What does she do that sets you off? Is it something that she's doing that you feel is that offensive that you need to put your hands on her? All right, talk to her. Hey, listen, you know, we talked to him about putting his hands on you, but there's something that you do to trigger him. You know, judge the matter righteously, just like it says in Leviticus 19 and 15. You know, where it says, don't respect the person of the poor. That basically means don't go with the underdog, because you got people nowadays they'll just go for the underdog. Oh, this is a humble brother. You know, he doesn't really, you know, I like him personally. You know, he's very meek and humble. He never could catch a break. That doesn't mean you let him beat on his woman. And don't respect the mighty. Meaning, you know, somebody that's usually right, or somebody that's respected. That don't mean they get to fucking beat up on their woman either. That don't mean they get to beat up on their women neither. You don't get to just, we don't have that entitlement. Yes, your woman is your woman. That doesn't mean you just do whatever the fuck you want with her. The Lord has standards about how we do these things. If you have to domestically abuse your woman, you have to beat on your woman, then there's something wrong with that relationship. And deal with that before you do anything. Like, why do I have to hit her? If she's that bad, get the fuck away from her. Because there's a scripture that says that something along the lines of, I'd rather be with a deadly animal, and this is totally paraphrasing, than in the house with a contentious woman. You don't want to be with a contentious woman. Trust me, a woman that likes to argue and fight, pick fights, pick arguments, get the fuck away from those bitches, man. Get away from them. Like, real talk. I'm calling them bitches for a reason. Y'all know me. I'm not the brother that calls women bitches no more. Unless it's really warranted. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Just like it says in the Apocrypha. You're damn right. There are women out there that are fucking shameless, disrespectful. Yeah. Don't think for a second that this video is justifying them. What I'm telling y'all is, number one, I'm giving you legal advice. Do not hit a woman because it's going to come back on you in Babylon. Number two, do not hit on your woman because, yes, it's going to come back on you, and also you're wrong for hitting your woman. When a woman is your woman, she's your flesh. But again, I'm going to leave that there. I definitely appreciated the interview that Rayabia gave with the sister. I think her name was Shemaya or something. And like I said, none of this video is saying that she may or may not be telling the truth. It's just that I don't even want to delve into that. I want to use that as an example because, again, the part that hit me the most was when she said, Yohana has been informed about men that abuse their women in his congregation, and that he basically turns a blind eye to it, which, again, I'm not saying he really does, but the fact that the allegation is there, I want to make sure that there's not abusers elsewhere in other camps, in other congregations, especially, and the 2 or 3 of y'all that listen to me, if y'all beat on y'all women, don't do it. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom.